Hey guys, and welcome to Petrol Ped, and welcome to this week's Midweek 180. You join me in a Porsche 992 Sport Classic. I've only got this car for 2 days. Sadly, it goes back to Porsche later on today. But I had to do my Midweek 180 in here because this car is beautiful. Now, if you watch my 33 Stradale reveal video on Monday, I might have used the word beautiful too many times. Had I actually, if you've not seen that video, by the way, I'll put a link above now. But had I actually been thinking about it, I should have used the word beautiful 33 times. But someone's actually counted, I think I used it either 41 or 44 times. It's a beautiful car though, right? But this thing, oh my days. Anyway, I am very busy today. I very nearly didn't do a Midweek 180 today because it is actually Wednesday. It's nearly 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Wednesday, actually. But I've finished my filming of this car and I thought I can probably squeeze in a Midweek 180. So if you haven't seen one of these before, this is my midweek update where I bring in my news, views and information about upcoming reviews, all filmed in one take. I'm going to put 180 seconds in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, and that's it, a very simple format. So without further ado, let's get cracking with this week's Midweek 180. Shall start my timer. Okay, last week's leader of the pack was Michael Kember, joined in the Magnificent Seven by Francois G, Paul Mead, Ben Higginson, Automotivania, Rod Matheson and Leanne Jackson. So whoever was the first comment this week, you'll be my leader of the pack. And the first 7 comments will be in my Magnificent 7. Where are you and what you're doing? Well, that was GCD8, who was a bit annoyed because he really hoped to get in the Magnificent 7. He was in Puglia, a beautiful part of the world, but didn't make it and was grumpy because some of the comments weren't real comments. They were just like single letters and stuff. And he said, was that sour grapes? Well, hopefully being where I am, what you're doing will make you feel a bit better. But I think the trick is you basically get the comment by putting a single letter in and then go back and edit it. I believe that's how the guys get in the Magnificent Seven. I might have just given away their secrets now. Sorry. Last week's question was feedback on the types of videos you like. Massive thanks to everybody who did that. And I think the one I haven't done for a while, which needs to come very soon, is a dog walk video. And I think I might do one of those next week. I might actually film it for you next week. So stay tuned for that one. This week's question is, do you think there's any such thing as a perfect car? And the reason I asked that question is because when I put Instagram pictures of this car up, I don't think there was a negative comment in them. It's a stunning thing, this, from the outside, from the inside, the way it drives. It's just absolutely mega. But can you think of the perfect car that you wouldn't have any negative things to say about it at all? This car, by the way, gearbox. Watch my review to see what I mean by that. Formula 1 at the weekend. Oh, boy. I forgot how good Formula 1 can be. Qualifying was mega. The race was just brilliant. It was super close, helped by the fact Red Bull had an absolute shocker of a weekend. But it was just a brilliant race. Safety cars spiced things up. The Mercedes pitting and trying to catch the leaders. It was just fantastic. Massive congratulations to Carlos Sainz. He drove brilliantly, backing up Lando Norris into the 2 Mercedes. That was so skillfully done, so difficult to do. Massive props to Lando as well. Big Lando fan. And gutted for George Russell, but them's the chances. He was pushing and pushing and pushing, just clipped the wall, and obviously that cost him a podium. But it was just a brilliant race. End of Max's 10 races in a row run. Off to Suzuka this weekend. It'd be interesting to see. I think we'll probably see Red Bull back on form again. But it was just brilliant, and I absolutely loved it. I was spellbound for the whole race. Now, loads of news this week. I'm going to go over this week, by the way. There's lots of news breaking, so I might have to do a follow-up video. This is the dog walk video. Next week might be about this. Yesterday, there was an announcement that in the UK, EV car sales have dropped by 11%. Now, there's a combination of things that might be leading to that, but that's not good news. And then today, Wednesday, now, actually, Rishi Sunak, our Prime Minister, is making an announcement at 4 o'clock, which will be too late to make this Midweek 180. But it looks very likely that he's going to push back our net zero targets. And I knew I wasn't going to get it in. The big one is the 2030 target. So from 2030 in the UK and much of Europe as well, we were going to basically stop making internal combustion only cars. So you'd only be able to make hybrids and pure battery electric. And then from 2035, it would be pure battery electric only. And it's looking like that's going to be pushed back by 5 years. Now, I don't think that's a great surprise to many of us. Germany have done a similar thing not that long ago. I think there's a lot of backlash from some of the car brands because they've clearly tooled up and put their strategy in place to try and hit that 2030 target. I'm thinking of Jaguar Land Rover in particular, because they said they're not going to make anything other than battery electric from 2025, I think, actually. So really interesting, and it's in a bit of a state of flux at the moment. So I'd love to know what your thoughts are. I'm going to do a video. I'll probably put the video out next Monday. It'll be in the form of a dog walk, I think. But I'm going to do a video on this. I'm just going to let the dust settle and understand what's happening. But have you got any points of view, any questions that you would like included in that video, just about the current state of EVs, whether that's EV sales or whether that's emissions targets and those types of things, and just general car sales, actually. And then this Friday's video, because I know I'm massively over, is the most famous Skoda Yeti in the world. I finally got to scratch that itch. I have a massive, massive guilty pleasure in the automotive space, and that is the Skoda Yeti. I've always loved them. And I had one from Skoda UK, from their heritage fleet, last week. And honestly, it was a mega thing. And the video, a bit tricky to make, but I done a couple of amusing things in it, and I didn't realise just how special that Skoda Yeti was until a few of you reached out to me. So tune in on Friday at 6 for that. But for now, I'm going to get back in, quickly edit this, upload it, and then I need to get this car back to Porsche GB in Reading, sadly, because it's magnificent. But there will be a video of this car coming to the channel very, very soon. And if you like this one, then give me a thumbs up. Comments below what was one. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe.